Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series reviews I do for the one. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. That was a little bit better. I was disappointed in my snap. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is kind of the case. Technically it is, but also not. Because this particular item I actually found like a couple days ago. But it was after work. So there you go. But I waited until now to go over there and do it because when I first got it, it wasn't cold. And I was like, well, you want it to be cold. So put it in the fridge, all that good stuff, and finally decided, we're going to do it today. So what is it that we're doing today? I mean, it sounds good. Boom, it's this! It is Hatsu tea, sugar-free, starfruit and lotus blossom flavored white tea. Okay. Sure, man. Beyond color, Hatsu, best before. Yeah, it's fine. Ingredients. Apparently it has pineapple in it. That makes me happy. And chicory root, which I'm here or there on, but sounds fun. Yeah, so we're going to shake the shit out of this. Yeah, I found this at a supermarket. And I was just like, that sounds like a thing that I should review for my show. So here we is. Let's open up the thing. I like tea. I actually drink a fair amount of tea. Like, you'd think that all I drink is fucking soda from the show, but it's like, no, I actually don't drink that much soda on my off time. I do drink some, but... So let's give this a shot. It sounds super fancy, right? Like, it has to be super fancy. I mean, it's starfruit and lotus blossom. Those are things. Let's open it up. Smells like a fruity tea. Let's give it a go. Definitely a zero sugar tea. Which is a shame. I mean, don't get me wrong, zero sugar is fine to a point, but here's the thing, and I've mentioned this plenty of times, plenty of reviews. As a society, as a culture of people, I think that we are getting closer and closer to having shit that is zero sugar that doesn't taste like it's zero sugar. You know, tastes proper like it's supposed to. However, I do not think we are there yet. But we are close, and a lot of things that I have tried, especially in recent years, have done a pretty good job of masking that zero sugar aspect, or at least downplaying it to a significant amount. Problem is, usually those are things like energy drinks or, in some cases maybe a soda or something like that. Things where like, hey, we can use science and chemistry and all this stuff. This is tea. There's only so many places you can hide with that. So, you definitely can taste the zero sugar aspect. Which, and I know white tea, I think white tea is supposed to be like, isn't it like one of the lighter teas? Because it's like, I remember years ago, I think it was Snapple or some shit like that. Like white tea, like you have to get it like right at a certain point, like, like these little juvenile tea leaves or some shit. I don't remember. Okay. Yeah, all right. I like it. I've had white tea before. I think Arizona at one point in time actually had a white tea or something like that. And it is, like, it tends to be, it's like, it's lighter in its flavor. It's almost a little bit like a diet tea kind of thing. But, you still get the tea flavor. I wonder if they... Yeah, okay. Because it said zero sugar, and I was like, okay, So is it just being flavored strictly by the fruit then? No, it is not. It has sucralose and stevia in it. So, yeah, it's sugar-free, but you're using sugar, you know. All right. So, yeah, that makes sense. But, I mean, at least they use, like, a mix, so... I will say the zero sugar aspect, although apparent, isn't hugely abrasive. But... I mean, it's honestly nice. It's a nice fruity tea. It's very light. It's very... has, like, a nice, refreshing flavor. You know, it... The zero sugar aspect, even though, again, stevia and sucralose, I think works well with a tea, because, again, lighter tea and stuff like that. I think I might have probably liked it better if it had the sugar, but for what it is, it's actually pretty good. Like, genuinely, I can get behind this. It's definitely, a bit like, fucking froofy, but that's okay. Froofy is fine when it's good. And I actually do think this is good. Like I said, I drink a lot of tea, but, like, I drink cheap tea. I don't make tea. I drink, like, Arizona and, occasionally, like, brisk and stuff like that. Cheater's tea. This definitely tastes better than those in terms of, like, it's a very light tea and you're getting, like, the fruit sensations and stuff that you're getting. It doesn't feel like, overly sugary, like it was formed in a lab kind of stuff that you get from, like, brisk especially. It is more of, like, kind of just a natural sort of fruit flavoring. And it's lighter too, even though it's still got a good flavor to it. Now, as for the flavor itself, I think they were very smart in going with starfruit and lotus blossom, because I'll be 100% honest, I do not know much about how starfruit or lotus blossom are supposed to taste. I've had starfruit and stuff, but, like, it's one of those fruits where it's like I don't have it nearly enough to, be like, oh, I can taste the starfruit. It has a nice kind of, vaguely sort of tropical kind of vibe to it, which, again, it's apparently got pineapple and shit in it. It's not, like, acidic or anything. Well, maybe a little bit. No, I don't think there's much. I don't think there's real much acidity. Very much acidity. That's what I meant to say. It's got a little bit of a sweetness, a little bit of a sourness, and then you get the sort of light tea aspect to it. Yeah, it's nice. I could get down with this. Two questions have to be asked, though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with sure and sure. I'm not going to go over there and give it, like, a huge ringing endorsement, because it's not something that I would pick up on the regular. Like, it's not going to replace... Like, typically, if I go over there and I drink tea, which, again, I drink a lot of tea. Excuse me. My apologies. When I go over there, I'll typically just get one of those big, like, giant jugs of diet green tea from Arizona, and that'll hold me over for a few days. If I could get this in giant jug format, I still don't think that I would replace it with the green tea. This is a very specific kind of flavor profile that I would need to be sort of in a mood for. It wouldn't just be something that I would replace it with. But it does taste good, and it has a unique enough flavor that it's like, yeah, every now and again I could see grabbing one. And I think they do other flavors too. This is just the one that I happen to grab. If I'm recommending it to people, you gotta be a bit of a tea person, for sure. This isn't, like, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm a tea person. I'm fucking not a tea person. I just, like I said, drink the cheapo stuff. But it is a little bit of a fancier affair for what it is. And, yeah, I mean, I will, again, the one thing I will mention with the sugar-free aspect, please, like, if you're somebody who's looking to, like, lessen your sugar intake, please look into, like, the stevia stuff and the sucralose and everything, because, like, some of that stuff basically acts the same way in your body as, like, normal sugar does. So, just please be aware of that. But overall, I mean, it's a nice product. It's a nice little fruity tea. It's good. I don't have any big gripes with it or anything. I don't think it's outstanding, but it's a nice to have it as an option. Again, especially against stuff like Arizona and Brisk. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month. Spend this rest here. Folks, go have yourselves a truly starfruit and lotus blossom flavored white tea-tastic rest of your life, because you don't know what the fuck that tastes like. So that could just take it wherever you need to. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you gotta do, folks. You're gonna try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Fact of the matter is, folks, life is stressful and frustrating and bullshit. And we all got to deal, And sometimes it's not easy to. A lot of times it's not easy to. But it's important when we have to deal. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try out some super fruity what the fuck ever tea. And, you got to be glass, okay. It just, it almost felt plasticky, because, it has, a built-in, finger grips into the bottle. And, there's, some give between the thing. But maybe you'll go over there and you'll try out some stuff, and you'll be like, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I like that stuff. Brandon, you should go over there and review that. And I'll be like, okay, well, I will try to do that. And, I go over there, I try to go to different stores, I can't find it. I'm like, what the fuck is this stuff? And, I go over there and I'm like, well, I'm sorry, I couldn't find your thing. And you're like, but it's my dying wish. And I'm like, well, what the fuck even? First of all, why is that your dying wish? Second of all, why are you directing it at me? I mean, I like to think I'm a pretty nice guy, but goddamn. Now I gotta go on a quest and find some teas. You don't go over there and die without having your wish fulfilled. I am not the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Now, if the Make-A-Wish Foundation would like to contact me, if for whatever reason, I'll try to go over there and do what I can. I'm not opposed to going over there and, making, especially, I don't even know where, I don't know where I'm going with that. Bye!